Vinny say y'all want to hear how the music went overseas, and y'all know they stole and call it rock and roll. Y'all ready for that one? Oops, somebody say yes. Let me see another. Give me three yes, and we go. We looking back. We looking back. Moving forward. Let's round and find out the music people got power, man. They had world changing power that they took from the civil rights movement. You see, SCLC was a bunch of preachers with some churches at first before being infiltrated and perpetrated. Okay? And if you notice, most of the infiltrators and perpetrators was younger than the people who originally walked up to push for them civil rights and voting right bill. So y'all owe some civil rights leaders some apologies. Because all civil rights leaders were not doing that. But people around them did some sneezy, cheesy, low down, goatish stuff. Okay? So, somebody say, I know y'all lying. England too? Yeah, Bill, England too. That's when they started taking our blues singers. They start stealing from Muddy Waters and all of them. You understand? They start stealing from our black artists. You saw Elvis Presley went by up there. Somebody put Elvis Presley. Yeah. Because remember, the people who was running these record companies was in control of what musician can go where. Y'all know the story. Michael Jackson had to buy back people portfolios. They was pimping and selling them, sending them off to show people how to hit the right key on the right everything. So they start taking them and bringing them in. I see the man that did my cartoon out there, y'all. Yeah, Christian
Custom
Monk.
Monsters. Craig Custom Monsters.
Y'all give him credit for the video on Chief WarHorse. And what y'all don't know, he is from here by me. Yeah, they want you to do some more cartoons. All right, while you on there. A lot of people like that. He said, hello, y'all. Now, back to what I'm saying. They took our musicians, giving them a chance to think they was going up. But at the same time, they took them from here to London. And what happened over there? They started getting hooked on drugs. Come on now. Jimi Hendrix, all of them.
Janis Joplin. They had young Janis Joplin with them too, y'all.
These people was trying to
The,
make me.
they had the Doors. The first mention was in the first article, the Doors. That's who they first were introduced to. Very
Y'all
popular people
remember
in
the
the 60s.
Doors was a part of the Summer of Love. Y'all remember that? Are we shocking y'all? Yeah, Cadillac Records was all up in it. And a couple of other ones. Whole bunch of them, all of them really. But you know the people in the record company and the people in the movie company were the same people with the same ethnicity too. Most of them, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know the people that you can't say their name. If you say something about them, they take all your money out the bank and cheat. Don't have none. I don't have no money for them to block at the bank. I don't have no millions for them to block where I can't spend my money. You know them people, the ones that moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, opened the movie industry and making us look like we dumb backwards people. They did it to the Indians. They did it to the black population. They're the ones who was in control with the media to make you shame to say black, Negro, or colored because your paperwork and your money and your land y'all hollering about is under there. And a lot of y'all done changed your name and you can't even prove the name you got now match with the name that originally had agreements or land patent. Didn't that sad thing? They made them change their names. They named Umaguma and Sarakadaki and all of this stupid junk. Stop telling me about your land and your rights if you don't have the name to track it back. You're wasting your time and mine too. They made you shame of your ancestors. They made you shame of your culture, made you shame of your history, made you shame of your community while they had their group go and pick it up. Now you got your junk in the lost and found box. And the ones that got coined by that junk, like Cyril Neville, now they out here trying to coin somebody else because they got coined first. Are y'all with me? They trying to repeat the coin that cost them. Yeah, I said Jimi Hendrix. I hate seeing all the corruption too. I don't care if the white man on your land, just tag yourself to it. You'll know that's where your place is. And the white man always trying to own our cemetery. But if y'all go see that thing, that goat wrote is about capturing people and sacrificing them and about sacrificing babies so that they movie and music grow. All that came through Goat Carson and them. Now, how many black people? Yeah, Rick James. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We lost some good ones. And they left here not knowing that they was part of the scam. They got scammed. Yep. What y'all say about tonight? We're gonna call it part one. You know, none of y'all put up two names that was trying to tell this on the end. Nobody put up Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said they don't care about us. Michael Jackson say man in the mirror. What about Prince? Anybody rebelled or got ready to sing about what was really going on? They went out just like Martin Luther King and Malcolm. I told y'all Harry Belafonte told me that Dr. King told him that we integrated into a burning house. And the reason we integrated into that burning house, I had to figure it out myself. Because I'm like, why would we go in if we saw it was burning? Well, it was about not going to the back door, go through the front door. We ain't know the kitchen was on fire, Phoenix. We messed around, walked in the house, got halfway. We was in a shotgun house, got halfway to the house. Somebody done closed the door. We got trapped. We've been trapped here for a long time, guys. In that house that Dr. King was talking about, that burning house. Somebody locked the front door when we went in. We didn't leave nobody out to watch. The enemy locked the door and he locked it with new laws where you can't say this and you can't do that. I said about the name you can't say, I'm going to say it. I'm talking about the Jewish community that controlled the music and the movie industry. And there are good Jews, bad Jews. There are good Indians, bad Indians. There's good Chinese, bad Chinese. Good black folks, bad black folks. So why would you pass a law that nobody can't say nothing about another ethnic group, even if they done did things to destroy another ethnic group? We are suffering today because a bunch of drug addicts was able to lock us out. Experimental drugs and experimental sex. Summer of love. Yep, Chuck Berry went over there too. They stole from him Whitney Houston. They took her out.
I
Why
put
did the
I put the aim sign in there so y'all can see the peace sign that it was derived from, like the peace sign they was holding up during the summer of love when they was on their hippie stuff. The peace sign is in the form of Indian feathers. And if you notice, the hippies had on deer skin, they wore feathers,
Yeah, Little Richard, he went over there too. Come back on drugs.
and they
Yep.
used Little Richard. He took care of everybody. They used Little Richard up. He provided the Rolling Stones, the Beatles slept on his floor, slept on his couch. He fed them. When he ate steak, he fed them too.
Why only two things in America, two races? You can't say nothing if you black. Can't say nothing about Indian. You can't say nothing about being a Jew or Jewish. You can't say the Jewish doing you nothing wrong, and you can't say the Indians doing you nothing wrong. And when you go back to the summer of love, you find where these people who said they was the Indians who got high off of mushrooms and LSD and all of this junk. These were the people that determined who can do and say, and they was the ones that was friends with people like Nixon and them. They mamas and daddies had supported Nixon. They always had the Democrat and the Republican. They played both sides. They were playing to win. They didn't care about a party. Okay, and they won to an extent. To an extent, and why they won? A lot of innocent black people have died because drugs was put into our community. Yeah, Tom Ackland plays a major role. Y'all remember he told y'all, I said it started in the 70s, and he said, no, really, we started in the 60s. Do y'all remember that? If y'all remember Tom Ackland saying that, throw me some sweet potato and eggplant. Yeah, that's what he said. So he didn't lie when he was on stage, Phoenix. He knew where it was.
That's right.
And we lost a lot of people, you're right, even into the jails, the graves. People lost their land, and none of this was an accident. It all was done intentionally. Yeah, the war on drugs was war on all people, but they had the political power. They had the control of the music and the movies. Y'all with me? I'm gonna give y'all about 10 to 15 more minutes. We're gonna call it part one, and we're gonna go down this road some more. Y'all got a lot to go back and re-listen to. Okay. If y'all enjoyed the show, let me know. Yeah, war on poverty too. It wasn't poverty for us though. I mean, put us in poverty, not take us out. They bringing more people in now from the Ukraine, sending more money to the Ukraine, spending more money on them here than they spent on the people that done worked hard, that senior citizens. They don't help the people that worked in this country, built this country. We gotta help people from Europe. Europe. If you're not from Europe, ain't no help for you. Yeah, that's why them writers and stuff is on strike. They finna do them now. They finna control them like they did the music industry. But they got sense enough to jump out there. Anybody ever saw music people go on a strike? No, they didn't. Ain't that something, Phoenix? Music
Yeah.
stolen, contracts messed up, but music was the key way. I believe Jesse had a hand in. Did they just make Jesse Jackson the king of African American when he's supposed to have been Cherokee at one time, part Cherokee?
He is. Card carrying Cherokee freedman by blood and
That's
Cherokee by
right.
blood.
While they're in, you saying it just like I'm saying. They don't care about us. Hmm. See, we got to go back. Some of these leaders are still living. You need to ask them about summer of love, the summer of soul that got married, and the marriage was called. We were coming together, unifying, so we can help all mankind. That wasn't true. It was true for those who really was leaders fighting for that. But there were people who benefited that quoted those words that didn't mean it. It only put money in their pocket. Now, tell me what y'all think about this show. I'm gonna read as many of them as I can, me and Phoenix, and we'll answer a few. Time for open questions. Yeah, the DARE program. That was a fraud too. That's just a way for a person to start a program, pay somebody to make some money out their family for the program. Then next president go in, they change the program and start a new program. We ain't gonna never catch up with them. They keep moving that doggone line on us. That's right. Get dessert on the replay. I will read all of these comments once we all. I'm just hitting some. Phoenix, you want to answer any of them? Y'all welcome. Okay, go remind your iron eyes because all of them was friends and means. All that is them aim people.
Yes, it is. And ionized Cody, believe it or not, the National Congress for American Indians, which is another, I don't know, fraternity organization that was established in Colorado, right, Chief?
That's right.
They just bought the rights to colonize Cody. So how befitting.
And y'all, she said the Indian tribe bought the rights to it. You're right, somebody. That's a crime against humanity. We the ones need to go to the UN with that issue and bring some of this evidence with us. Phoenix. The evidence is
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
There, CBS receipts. We ain't even through with y'all. We just starting. Thank you, new subscriber. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. We got 222 people in the room. How many likes do we have? I ain't know if you wherever you at. Tell me how many likes we have. Likes should match the room. Leave a tip. Leave a tip. Leave a tip.
Think
Please leave.
about how they threw that peace sign up with the two fingers. Isn't that something?
Uh huh. They mimicked everything. Everything. They were copycat. How do you organize the receipts? We're gonna show you. You organize the receipts. We're gonna have it ready for you. We're gonna start putting this stuff on the pages too. Yeah, the band doors. They was at the Summer of Love. That's what kick off your London movement. Sunflower says she see 137. She says she's gonna refresh. We should be hitting 200 and something. 218. 218. We done been up higher than that on the 200s. Okay, there we go. Last check, 235 on the likes. Come on. I like y'all tip. You know when you leave a tip, you get served better each time. Because we know you're going to leave that like, you're going to tip. Come in tipping. 278 likes, Phoenix. Come on. Love the tips. And each one of y'all, if each one recruit one by the next time we come on, recruit them by sending them to this channel. Each one get one to watch this video. Each one get one. Watch the video throughout the whole video. Turn it on while you're doing your laundry. 288 Phoenix. Doing your laundry, cooking food, driving down the road. Just turn it on and listen. And tell the people don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a tip at the restaurant. Don't be one that eat and get up and don't tip at all. Thanks to the ones that gave donations. Donations can help. Phoenix got some trips she fixing to make too. We still on the mountain, huh? We ain't detour. We still got to get where we at now. But we got to make sure we check, not make that mistake that was made in the past. That's right. Call the FBI. Tell them to go open summer. They had a record on who was out there. You know that. If the CIA was there, go see which one of these entertainers is out here like Cyril Neville, who was a part of all that kind of junk back then, because he older than all us, and traveling overseas and making money, and not gonna come back and try to scram at the end of the box, because the people that set them up, most of them dead. Yeah, Phoenix, they want to know about your cash app, and y'all also sometimes don't forget J Mar, Ishmael, y'all everywhere. We all out here on mound hunts too. Yep. We're gonna save Moundville. I've been on that for many years.
Yes,
There's other
indeed.
mounds.
Moundville, and we're gonna check out a mound too. We're gonna check out this Nani Wire. We're gonna go find the hole. We'd love to see the hole.
Yeah, where's the hole they came out of? Nobody know where the hole. See, that's another one of them things, cause that's not no Choctaw, or should I say, that's not no Muskogee language. Now, wire is not Muskogee. So where did they get now wire? Oh yeah, we got a lot with Russia, Africa, China. Talk's gonna be coming up, cause that junk start mixing up together. I'm thinking.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know if they, I don't know if they enemies. I don't think they enemies, y'all. I think they all somewhere played a part for on different continents. How each group would make it. Nixon takes the work from America and bring it to China to keep black people from making money after integration. Y'all understand? Before they let us make money in this country, they went and made deals with other countries, and now them countries then turned against them. Something wrong. You got 12,000-year-old pyramids down here in Louisiana. Pyramids, not mounds, pyramid in the Gulf. But they're going to tell you about Egypt and Africa. And they ain't keep finding nothing over there but monkeys. When they dig so far back, they get another monkey. Trying to detour your mind to other places besides here. They done went in space, conquered that, named everything, touched everything. They done went down in the water to the oceans and the seas. But they would not touch America and tell you the truth. What y'all say? I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all been a great audience. Y'all know when Phoenix and I go live, we just can't hold it in no more because it hurts. So when we let a little bit out, it give us room to take a little more in to bring to you. They want to rebuild Ukraine, but Russia once was their friend, and Russia destroyed Ukraine. So why not Russia pay for Ukraine? I ain't dropped nothing on Ukraine. And then we got a crazy president study pledging money to the world, and he saying we don't have no money. They got robots working in Walmart. The stores around here is becoming robots. Where they gonna get money if they don't give the citizens of America some jobs? Where they gonna get these dollars to keep sending to these other countries? I don't hear these other countries helping us. When Katrina hit, I didn't hear these countries come and help us down here in Louisiana. Did you, Phoenix?
Not once. No, ma'am. But during COVID, they gave Oklahoma the money for $5 million for the potatoes that they didn't
Pat-
feed them. Right.
Patel said they didn't feed them because Oklahoma didn't get recognition as Indians until 1972. Mississippi banned the Choctaw in 1948. Where did these Indians get these recognitions at this later time? Those are not the people who were there in the 1800s. Those are not the people who people traveled the trails of tears. Those are the people that was a part of this connection of power. And by them having power, they could create an identity that wasn't theirs.
Well, let me ask you a question. If
Yeah,
the
they just rolled
Mississippi
up
people,
during Katrina. Yes, that's what they did.
if the Mississippi Choctaw were recognized first in 1945, and they're the ones that came out the hole, when did the other people come out the hole?
I don't know. That's some holes we gotta find out about. That's down the road, some pieces. Cause none of this junk don't match up. This ain't even an atlas that they gave. They didn't give you some kind of GPS. Some fool rode around in a van and marked roads that's there. Turns that don't exist. Y'all ever been going down the road with GPS? Told you it happened the other day. Road run out. GPS was taking you there. You don't need to change your language because nobody's gonna know your language and ain't nobody gonna understand what you're saying. That's called speaking in tongues. I want people to understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna speak in the language that people know. My grandfather spoke his language and many other language fluently. But one thing he always said, you gotta speak where people can understand you clearly. Okay? So ain't no need on this talking no words that nobody don't know. I be cracking up when I see all these different people speaking languages and they don't go to the land that they say they came from. And when you're doing that, you ain't being no more than goat. Don't be no goat. Making yourself pick up languages you don't even know what you're saying. That's like Catholic people all want to go speak Latin. You know all the Catholic folks don't know Latin. You too old to go try to learn a new language and fight this fight. Should have did like I did. I taught my daughter the Spanish way back when she was a little kid, so she can interpret. And then I'll go find somebody else know how to speak Spanish. I don't have time to go no language classes. It's too much with this. They don't have Woodstock in no other language. They don't have some love in no other language. You done killed a lot of time with somebody making you go try to learn other languages and do stupid things so that you didn't look at this real issue. You over here with Chief now. I ain't gonna take you down no stupid road. You need to know what happened. Don't go look for no other language. Don't change the way you dress. Get some knowledge in your head to what happened to you so it don't be repeated on your children and grandchildren and generations to come. Are y'all with me? I'm gonna give you my closing remark. Phoenix, you can have your closing remark. I'm gonna say everybody stay safe. Find some unity within your family. We know all families don't unify. Not every member, but unify with those who want to be unified with. Ask your older people to tell you some history. Before I close on it, it just came to me. Phoenix, also, we were talking about when we ran across the stuff and we noticed where they told anybody not to listen to anyone over 30. Look how many years ago they told them don't listen to nobody over 30. And people fell for that. So they didn't listen to their parents and their grandparents, aunts and uncles. I'm saying go listen to somebody over 30. And I'm gonna tell you this: Goat lived to be old. Cyril Neville still living. He's old. Willie Nelson still living, smoking pot. He's old. Everybody old don't mean they have wisdom. Age don't make you wise. Doing wise things in your younger age and continuing to do wise thing and gain knowledge that is wise knowledge make you an old person of wisdom. But you can be a dumb, crazy young person, and that dumb, crazy young person can become an old, crazy person. Didn't go do that at that man's house. That man said he didn't change from 1968, the summer of 68. He was still the same thing. A crook, a liar, a thief, a drug addict, an alcoholic, and a hustler. Don't do that. Sometimes a young person can even give you some good advice.
That's right.
Gavin told me the other day when I got lost, he said, Mama, you should have got an atlas.
That's right.
And
They
he's
didn't get a
six.
signal. The Atlas still got the road.
That's what that 6 year old told me. So being wise can be young or old. It's what you exposed to. I'm glad you all are enjoying this channel. I see we got
Same.
200 and some people here with me. I know some people come and go. If you haven't hit the like button and left a tip, please hit the like button. That's considered a tip over here. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not marked for notification, if I was you, I will. Because they're going to have some good stuff coming up and you're going to want to know about it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to watch a rerun. Rerun. That's right. Be yourself. You know, I told y'all I love myself. And some of these new laws we got coming, challenging the women. White men been battling the women. Period. That's why there was a women's movement. The women's movement because the white man didn't want the women to come in no more than he wanted the people of color. Now the white man done found a way to be a woman. Now he a minority. He was the only one couldn't be a minority. I'm gonna keep reminding you all that. And I haven't saw a black trans Miss Universe or nothing yet. So evidently we going down this road again, Phoenix, where they use the black folks to vote for it and applaud for it and say hallelujah and amen to it, and the white men just move on. That's how we got white Indians, and that's why we're gonna have white men women. They're gonna be women. I don't know what we're supposed to be because all of this was birthed out of the summer of love, and they're empowered and they vote their agenda together because they stick together and they believe in voting on both the Democrat and the Republican side. But they convince black people to tell other black people not to vote because they vote don't count. That's a lie. We got election coming. I want you to vote, and I want you to vote because you know what you're voting for. Okay? Phoenix, I'm letting you have your closing remarks. We're going to let them go because they're going to be ready for part two.
Well, I just want to first of all give thanks to you. So much gratitude. You are just such a wise woman, and I learn from you every day in our adventures. I love our moments on the phone. And I think Ema's right. We need to start catching some of the conversations and put them on the podcast, like talk radio style, because that's really what it is. But I wanted to thank you for having me tonight and taking me down this road, getting in the car with you. Never a dull moment. And to the audience, wonderful people, I see over 300 likes. That's just run it up, share the video. It's 300 likes. This should be 300 shares. We appreciate you. Much love. Thank you for the cash apps, and thank you for congratulating me on 10,000 subscribers, and also